Hello, Capricorn. This is Jeffrey. This is Red Color. This is your reading for October. It's been quite the, I don't know, healing. So the energy is have faith. That's the little message. I don't know if it's a message for me or a message for you, a message for all of us, but there's a lot of transformation going on. And yeah, and I try not to get into the details, but it's so ridiculous because oh, bad shuffle. I'm coming. To start again. That was a bad shuffle. Ay, Dios mío. Nancy and I are going to be offering the classes again. So keep an eye out. Put it up on my community page. We have a definite date. I could actually call her. I'm in the middle of the cataract surgery. So I had one done. I have to get the other one done ASAP because I really can't see email. It's really, really difficult. Anyway, that's that. And I have to move last minute. Isn't that wonderful? Okay. Wow. All right. The Ace of Swords, which is like profound clarity, new direction, new understanding, like a new understanding. And then I have the 10. The 10 is about completion. It's like I'm done with that cycle. I'm done with that cycle and I'm ready to move on into the next phase. And like there's a certain cycle that you're clearly like done with. And it's like all of a sudden become clear to you. It's like, well, I don't do that anymore. I don't think like that, act like that anymore. You know, that energy is not around me anymore, kind of thing, which is great. And I kind of have to like get used to it. Like I kind of have to like let it settle into my body. It like now that I got the one eye done, like I realize how bad it really was. Actually, I've seen like things soon. Um, and it's like it takes a while to settle in. It's like, oh, I never saw that before. I never saw that before. I never saw that before. And it, I feel like you were transformed somehow. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. And it's like, okay, I got to used to this. You know, I got to get used to this. It's like, uh, all of a sudden you're just in a new space, in a new headspace. You know what it might be? Pluto, because you're Capricorn. It just came to me. It's like, this is like the end of the Pluto thing, right? And it won't be in Capricorn for another 240 freaking years. And Pluto unearths and destroys and clarifies. And it's like, well, now that I know all the secrets, it's like, oh, I've got to get used to this, right? Yeah, I'm in my power. When I say I mean you, I'm in my power and I'm stable in my power because this is my second four, by the way. We only have four cards down. And I'm combining the energies in order to heal and move forward into the future and move forward into the future. And also, so he moves forward into the future. It is the international card, but there's also this energy in that card of like, he went down to the shore, he emptied his pockets, he got rid of all the stuff he didn't want, and he received everything he did that he wanted. It's like, well, I made room. I made room. Yeah. For abundance and creativity and uh, flow and growth. Wow, it's a nice reading. It's a really nice reading. I'm going to allow my intuition to be stronger and I'm going to listen to it in a new way. This is probably the best reading so far. And you're my what, 10th? Okay. my light is going to show me the way. My soul's light is showing me the way, because I've gone through it. Like I know where, because I have really good cards aside from this, like the Age of Healing and the Empress and the Wheel of Fortune. It's like it's over, and it's like I saw it for what it was, and I felt it for what it was. But now it's time to build something new and to find new community and to get busy with like-minded people. Third three, lots of creativity, lots of and the three, I always understand the three as male, female, making the baby. So it's that energy of utilizing the intuition and the action and merging them, and then something new comes. And that's what it feels like the evolution is. It's like maybe you were one way or the other way, more so, or the other. And it feels like you're more balanced. Feels like you're more balanced. And I guess like the past few months, you've gone through whatever you've gone through. See, most people are going through it. Like most other signs, I should say. But it feels like you are complete with your cycle, and now you're just getting used to being kind of born again in a way. Really nice. Best reading so far, for sure. Yeah. And it's like, well, I'm going to start something new. I'm going to start something new. Yeah. And I'm confident that it's going to work. And I'm confident that even though I've never been there before, I'll figure it out as I go. Because I know that I'm loved and supported. Because I know that I'm loved and supported. Really nice. Yeah. I'm moving forward into the future. I'm not looking back. Sometimes I think about who I was, say, in my 20s, my 30s, and my 40s, whatever it is. I'm like, wow, I can't believe I used to think like that. I can't believe that I used to act like that, or a belief in that, have a belief in a certain thing. And now it's like, I see it in a different way. Like I've evolved, and sometimes it's hard to relate to who I was. Sometimes it's hard to relate to who I was. And it's really there's a certain emotional maturity that you've come to, probably through trial and tribulation, because that's usually how we get there, that you're what would be the word? Encompassing? No, that's not the right word. Incorporating. That you're incorporating. And it takes time. Almost like you have a new body. Like, either you lost a lot of weight or you gained a lot of weight or whatever. And it like gained a lot of weight in a good way. Like, you gained muscle, say. And it's like you used to be the skinny kid. And maybe you always felt like that, just for an example. You always like really felt like, oh, I'm really weak. And now you realize it's like, no, I'm actually really strong. Right. And you're getting used to it. You're like, you're getting used to it. It's almost like coming into a lot of money. And it's like, well, I can't go to, it's like, yeah, you can. I can't go to that fancy place. Sure, you can. I can't, I'm not confident enough to ask someone out. I guess you are. Yeah, you are. Sometimes, it's like, even like if you might know like 80% of the answer is no, it's like, yeah, I'm going to ask anyway. I'm going to ask anyway. You never know. It's a really nice reading. Feels really good. A lot of the other earlier readings for the other signs have been very heavy. Yeah, I know where I want to go. What used to satisfy me doesn't satisfy me anymore. And I'm saying with a smile, because I'm a different person. And I have confidence that I'm going to do the right thing and do the right thing in the physical world, you know. Yeah. And I'm rebalancing. And it's good. It was time for a rebalance, sort of thing. All right. Oh boy. I don't know if this is going to fit. Let me see. I this month I just went there. Well, part of it is because of my eye. Like I can't really see my email really clearly. And there are things that I want to do online, but I just can't. And I'm not going to be able to until I have the operation. And then I'm going to have to wear glasses anyway, like reading. But I think I'll be able to see my email. But until then, I can't get glasses if I don't have that cataract thing done. Like I'm kind of in this state of like, there's not much I can do. So it's like, well, let me do the readings. And but everyone got like 15 cards at least. All right. Yeah, it does fit. Yay. All right. I know it used to like fill me with joy, but now I'm ready. I'm confidently moving into like my spirit's quest. Here I go. Here I go. I know I haven't been there, but to tell myself to be in anxiety is like I already went through the anxiety and I rested long enough and I've evolved. And so a new perspective comes through and a new sense of authority and a new sense of stability because I know I've been healed. And I'm looking forward to the future and I'm looking toward building something uh, with all my leadership. And I'm just going to go and plant it. Yeah, it's going to be a little iffy, but as long as I move forward into the future and forget the past, then I have the confidence to move to, build new things because my light is leading me, my intuition is leading me. And there's a lot of abundance in it. It's really nice. I think the best reading I've given, and you're my 10th sign. But then you never know. I mean, Aquarius and Pisces can come through. I never used to do them in order, but it's just simpler, because I know the order. Because I would always do all the earth and then all the fire or whatever. And then I would have to put it together at the end. It's like, the less complicated, the better lately. All right. I've really got a full plate, I have to tell you. I really have a full plate. All right. Nancy and I are going to be starting lessons again soon. Also, I offer readings, they're on sale. So now I have to move. Can't believe it. Part of me is deeply disappointed, deeply sad, because I spent so much effort and time and money on this apartment, and I just can't afford to do it without the Airbnb. And also, in a way, I don't feel welcome here anymore. I feel like this was the phase, that taught me a lot. But, like if I relate that me reading to myself, sometimes I think maybe this will help you. So like let's say there's a certain energy that I've gone through a million times, right? And then you get the lesson so big, you think, well, thank God I finally got it. And then it comes back to revisit. And then when it comes back to revisit, it's like, what is like, I have to take my pulse in a way. What is my reaction? It's like, where am I going to go with this? So, like I feel like the rug's been pulled out from under me in a lot of ways. Well, it has. And I've been here before. You know, the last time was the fire in New York and I lost everything, blah, blah, blah. This time it's kind of like it came back to revisit, and it's like, okay, it's time for you to discover different pieces and parts of yourself. It's like, it is what it is. It's not the end of the world. It's not a fire, right? It's not a fire, right? And it's not, it's sad, but at the same time, it's like, well, let's see where my soul is leading me. Let's see where my light is leading me. Let's see um, what my priorities are, right? So, you know, and I'm willing to do a lot of different things. I might leave Mexico City for a while. I have to really pare down. I think to focus, honestly. And it's like, I'm just not the same person I was 2 years ago. Just not. I'm just not. I'm not. Um, Not that I'm not sad, not that I'm not angry. I am. I'm both of those things. But it doesn't define me. It doesn't define me. It's like, well, this is a big load of crap I got to get through. But I don't feel like that I'm not supported. I don't feel like I don't have the strength to get through it. I don't feel like uh, victimized. I don't feel so like I almost don't recognize myself in a way. Like I almost don't recognize my reaction. Um, and I'm allowing this new reaction to be, and maybe tomorrow, you know, something else will happen. And you know, and I'm so open, you know, because part of me I can get very like, I can get very Scorpio impossible. Like when it's done, like I set it on fire and I put up a wall and I don't have to look at it and people mention it and I don't know what you're talking about. You know, I could do that, which I've done in other areas in my life in the past. And I might do again. I don't know. But it's like, I feel like uh, there's a new piece of myself that needs to be accessed in order to, that I'm not used to. You know, it's almost like the new eye, right? Like, oh, I haven't seen that detail in a long time, or I didn't even know it was there. A little bit like that. And then at the same time, so I'm open to like leaving Mexico City, doing something different, blah, blah, blah. But just before the reading, I was thinking, well, you know, maybe I'll meet somebody and they'll say, you know what, I could pay half the rent or more than half the rent, and I want to live there with you. And it's like, okay, I mean, if that happens, like that's okay too. Like I'm not, I don't know, as rigid, as rigid. And that's gross. That's big gross, big. And I feel like that's what you're going through or have gone through, and you're like kind of getting used to it, which I think is really, I bow to you. All right. Blessings.